All right, guys, here's how you dust and wipe baseboards, okay? So the objective here is to keep baseboards looking clean and maintained by removing dust and debris with gentle dusting and then wiping them for any sticky spots or scuffs or any buildup that might be there, okay? So you're going to need a microfiber duster or dry cloth, a vacuum with a brush attachment, okay? All-purpose cleaner or, probably like 409, damp microfiber cloth, and then optionally knee pads, okay? And then you want to wear some gloves too, okay? So the first thing you're going to want to start doing is to dust. And personally, I like to vacuum the dust up off the top. There's a attachment on the vacuum that's like a little brush, right? Put that on the end and you just dust all that off with the vacuum. You don't have to get down. You don't have to, worry about fluffing off a duster, none of that stuff. So yeah, use the vacuum for that. If not, then, dry microfiber, okay? While you're going around and doing that, inspect each section, see if there's any grime or dust up there, right? That just dusting alone won't get. So if you find any, go ahead and wipe it. All right, spray some cleaner on a damp microfiber cloth, and never do it directly on the baseboard. All right, and then wipe it along the baseboard to remove marks and buildup. So you want to get corners and crevasses, right? So use the edge of the cloth or a soft brush to get into the corners where the baseboards meet the floor, okay? Because if you're there to clean the baseboards, they're going to be looking around the whole thing. And if there's stuff in the corner, they're just, they're not going to be happy. They'll take pictures and send it to me, and I'll have to apologize. So anyways, dry if necessary. If you, try not to leave moisture behind. If you don't wipe, it's not going to streak, right? So, it just depends on the baseboards, really. Some streaking could happen, okay? There's some pro tips, here, like using a dryer sheet to dust the baseboard. It will help repel dust in the future, but I think that things like that we'll just get into a different training on, okay? To check for quality, you just want to make sure, go around, make sure that there's no smudges or scuffs, make sure those are all wiped clean, corners, no cleaning residue or streaks, make sure the baseboards have a clean, uniform finish, right? And it should turn out pretty good. Baseboards are pretty easy. I don't know why a lot of businesses don't do it. Usually it's a matter of just vacuuming it off and hitting a couple little spots, but they could take a long time, so I get it. But you can also, if you use the right tools, it doesn't have to take too long. All right. So keep up the great work.